सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Now, please listen carefully. Because I am going beyond this chapter, entering into 15th chapter, because all chapters from 7th to 15th have their roots in 7. So I'm going to give you the complete gist, very short way, clear way. All of us, when somebody asks, you say the name, at that time you have felt you are this individual entity seen, the body. With that, you will even say, I'm an Indian, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Reddy, several things you may say about you, all that pertains to the body. Then you may say, I'm an emotional man, right? I'm an angry person. That's all to the mind. Then you will say, I am not able to understand what you say. Or you may say, it's clear. That pertains to the intellect. Body is not the mind or intellect. Body is different, mind, intellect are different, because when somebody is dead, body is still there. In sleep, body is there, mind, intellect are dormant, still you are living. Therefore, there is one entity which is different from the body, mind, intellect, who claims to be the body at times, who claims to be the mind at times, who claims to be the intellect at times. Now, you say, my body is paining. Body cannot express pain. Pain is felt at the level of the mind. Pain is felt at the level of the mind. And therefore, I'm not able to think clearly, intellect. But now, one experience of pain connecting the body, mind, intellect, because body is different, mind is different, intellect is different, there has to be somebody who says, my body is paining, my mind is agitated, my intellect is dull. Right? So all these three, there is somebody coordinating. I'll give you another example. You see a laddu. You see a laddu. When you see the form. Forms are seen by the eye. You smell. Smelling is through the nose. You touch. Touching is by the skin. Eyes are different. Nose is different. Skin is different. I see the laddu. Nose smells the laddu. Hand touches the laddu. Together, but you get the experience of the laddu. How? There is somebody who coordinates through the body, through the mind, through the intellect, through the eyes, through the ears, through the nose. There is somebody else who is coordinating. I will stop for 1 minute. If somebody cannot understand, please ask me, because most highly subtle topic I have dealt with you in a subtle way. If you have a problem, ask me, and I will confuse you further.
No, uncle, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So there is somebody else who coordinates between the body, mind, intellect, between the eyes, ears, touch, taste, etc. That somebody is called Mr. Ego. That somebody is called Mr. Ego. Why he is called Mr. Ego? Because sometimes he feels he is the body, sometimes he feels he is the mind, sometimes he is the intellect, and therefore he has to be different from all that. And that person, when he identifies with these things, he takes those qualities, associates with those qualities, and therefore he is called ego. He gains an individuality. And now you can even see this ego. Right now, when I told you, all of you could see the ego. Who is the one who sees the ego itself? Mind. You see the mind also. Intellect. You see the intellect also. In sleep, I didn't know anything. You see the blankness also. You saw in sleep, I was not conscious of the body, mind, intellect. Therefore, there is somebody even different and greater and outlives the ego. Ego is the one who coordinates with all, but there is somebody who outlives even the ego, because ego goes on changing. Ego goes on changing. Yesterday, Harsha laughed at me. Today, Shilpa laughed at me. Hemachandru40gmail.com. He said, they said, what a bluff it is. 40 is 80. 40 is my date of year. So I changed, from childhood to 40, now 80. I changed, but I remember the changes. According to my changes, my ego also changes, because at that time I said I am 40. Now I am say I am 30. My ego also changes. And I remember all the changes of the ego. Oh, you do not know me in those days. I am a very angry man. As if he is not now. Now he is scared, so he shows little less anger. You see? So the ego also changes, but somebody remembers all these changes. That should be different from even the ego. Now, you have 3 dimensions. You really have 4. Right now, I touch with 3 and then come back to 4. You have the body, the mind, the intellect, and the one who coordinates the ego. And then there is someone who even sees the ego, witness. There is someone Because witness, you are standing on a balcony. You are witnessing a procession. The procession has left. Now you are not a witness. When the procession was going, you were a witness because you were witnessing. Now, when the procession has left, you are no more even a witness. Similarly, you were a witness of the body, mind, intellect, and the ego. Now, in sleep, you are witnessing blankness. You are a witness. And witness is with reference to what is we. Therefore, when they are not there, you are still there. That is the real you, which is consciousness, which knows the past, present, and future. That is the real you. Right? And now, this real you doesn't change. Doesn't change in you. And the same thing is everywhere. In you, there are two things that don't change. The witness and the one who witnesses the witness, knows the witness. He doesn't, you can't call him a witness because when everything goes, he is not a witness. So the ego, the witness, something which is the essence of the ego and the witness, but different from the ego and the witness. Pure consciousness. Pure consciousness identifying with the body, mind, intellect is called ego. When that pure consciousness is a witness, it's called a witness. When that pure consciousness remains itself, it's called consciousness. Two entities here don't change. The witness and the pure consciousness. Three don't change. The ego also, the consciousness in the ego doesn't change. What it perceives changes, what it calls itself changes, but that consciousness in the ego doesn't change. And this witness doesn't change. These two are called Purushas. Why? They are in this city, Puri, Shayanath, in this 9-gated city. Therefore, they are called Purusha. One Purusha, the one who identifies. The other Purusha who witnesses. The other Purusha is the very essence of them. And you can't call him Jiva, you can't call him witness. He is pure Satchidananda. Right? Two Purushas are there. Two changeless are also there. I've asked for trouble in trying to take this topic this way. Can't help it. Gurudev wants you to know this. Very tough thing. But it's Gurudev's wish, so he is taking to you. Two Purushas. One who is identifying with body, mind, intellect called ego. Another who witnesses. Two Purushas. Two changeless. Witness also doesn't change. This one beyond the witness also doesn't change. This also is, for the sake of naming it, is called a Purusha. The ego which identifies with the BMI are all called Chara Purusha, perishables. Kshara Purusha, perishables. The witness is called Akshara Purusha. It doesn't change, it doesn't perish. Now, Chara, Akshara. There is someone beyond Chara, Akshara. Therefore, he is the highest Purusha. Chara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, somebody who is different from Chara Purusha and Akshara Purusha. Beyond him, there is no other Purusha. Therefore, he is called Purushottama. You have three Purushas. Chara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Purushottama. This is 15th chapter completed today. Because up to 15th chapter, they don't talk about Purushottama. They don't talk about Purushottama up to 15th chapter. But if you think it is there in the 7th chapter, because he said, I have two Prakritis. Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, these are, both are my wombs. Please think, you will enjoy this. How beautiful is our people's thinking. He says, I have two Prakritis, Chara, Apara and Para. Apara Prakriti, he said, the five elements, mind, intellect, and the ego. Para Prakriti, that which supports all of them. Sutre Maniganayava. Now, when he said, I have two Prakritis, he should be the one different from the two who owns the two. He is to be different from the two who owns the two, and that is Purushottama. Therefore, you cannot say it is not said there, though it is not clearly explained. When he says these are by Prakritis, Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, the one who is talking is different from both. He is called Purushottama. And now why did I mess it up today? Leaving the text, bringing the topic which will come after the 15th chapter. Why? Because this is useful for your day-to-day living. You can negate one by one. This is not me. Body pains, okay, it's not me. I feel the pain. And when the pain goes, I will feel the comfort. I am different. I don't change with the pain or comfort. I am different. I witness both. And who am I? When the one who enjoyed or suffered the pain goes, when the witness goes also, I remain. It is necessary for you to continuously negate what all changes and to assert what doesn't change. This is called meditation. And from the 7th chapter onwards up to 15th is the meditation. 6th chapter, the chapter is called on meditation, but there only mostly the format of meditation has been given. How to meditate has not been given. In the 7th chapter, you have been told of two Prakritis, which implies there is a third Prakriti, and that is Purushottam. Okay. Think over. Any of you have a problem, you can message me privately or in the group, as you like, group privately, or even talk to me, because I can confuse you a little more. And now, amongst these individuals, the egos, again there are several people. Amongst these egos, there are several people. We saw in the fourth chapter, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And amongst these four also, there are differences. Ravana was a Brahmana. Ravana was a Brahmana. You understand? Several Shudras were Mahatmas, both in Vaishnavism and Shaivism. We had several Shudras who were Mahatmas. So again, differences, even in those four. Now, again, differences. A materialist, a religious person, a spiritual person. Why do you want to know all this? To tell all this is not you. When you read Tattvabodh, Tattvabodh is not to make you know the five elements or the mind, the intellect. So some people quarrel. Oh, this is not Annamaya Kosha, that is not Manomaya Kosha, quarrel. But what is the purpose of Tattvabodh? To tell you all that is not you, bundle them together and put it into the dustbin. The whole purpose of Tattvabodh is only to tell you what you are not and what you are. And why do you quarrel about what you are not, whether this is that, that is that? Here also, you have been told about the ego, and in that broadly four Brahmana, Kshatriya, and in that also good and bad people. And now I am telling you again, there are materialists, there are religious people, there are spiritual people, there are violent people. Violent people are called Rakshasas. Materialists are called Asuras. Religious people are called Suras. One who has the Brahma Gnana is called a Gnani and a real Brahmana according to Bhagavatam. Only one who has Brahma Gnana is a Brahmana. He can be a Shudra. There are several instances in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is very modern. Swayambhu Manu, Raja, he comes in search of Kardama Muni, Brahmana, gives his daughter to him. Several instances are there. So what am I telling? You have several dimensions. They come and go, labels. You are not that. And now in them there is a devotee. That devotee also has broadly four faces. Broadly four faces. That is the topic not today's. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinarjuna arto jignasurarthati gnane cha bharatarshava. There are four types of people who seek me. Bhaja means seeking. Four types of devotees seek me. Sukritinarjuna. They become devotees because of their punya karma. Because of their punya karma. Who are they? Artaha, people in distress. Jignasuhu, inquisitive, people who want to know. Artharti, people who want money. So they pray to God. And Jnani, one who knows Bhagavan. All the four are called devotees. Artaha, Draupadi, Gajendra, Jignasu, Arjuna, Uddhava, Artharthi, Kuchela, Jnani, countless. Sanat Kumaras, Narada, all are Jnanis. There are plenty of Jnanis. So 4 types. Arthaha, distress. Again I will repeat. Draupadi, Gajendra. Jignasu, Uddhava, Arjuna. Artharthi, Kuchela. Why Artharthi you put only Kuchela? He's the best. All of us are Artharthis, without exception. You can't make a list, I think the world has 800 crores. In 800 crores, maybe 50 will not be Artharthis. Others are all Artharthis. How do you put their name? So at least one respectable man in the Puranas I take as Kuchela. All of us are Artharthis. And for that only we pray. For that only we pray. Give me this, give me that, keep me like this, keep me like that. All are good. Even praying like that is good. Taittiriya Upanishad is going to say, praying for money is also good. Nothing wrong. But as you grow, you improve. There are some people in their development, almost towards the final stages, they pray to God. God, it's okay, my prarabdha pain will come, but give me the capacity to endure. Here, I will give you an anecdote. Then you will know why I am telling this. One child left home in search of God. She took 4 coin in those days. This is about few 100 years back. For the next meal. So God there, Ashariri said, my child, you trusted me for everything. You left everything. But next meal, you didn't trust me. You have the 4 coin. So this man is a great devotee, but he feels he should ask God, give me the capacity to endure. But is he wrong? No. That the way we all grow step by step, step by step, step by step. What about me? I'm a sick doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm telling you all that. Nothing is wrong. My prescription is correct. My medicines are correct. But I myself am sick. Right? So why are you doing this? What is wrong? I'm sick. So what? So what? I have no right to think about God. I have no right to tell you about God. Because I am sick, I need God. Because my mind can shift to Him and the sickness is experienced less. Have you seen how I am escaping? This is the way you have to escape also from all your problems. Leave all of them. Hold on to God. So, Artaha, Jignasuhu, Artarthi, Gnani, cha Bhartarshava. 4 types of devotees are there. And in them, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yuktaha Ekabhaktir Visishyate Priyo hi Jnani Notyartham Aham Sachamamya Priyaha. Amongst them also, the Jnani is too dear to me. Why? Artharthi worships me, Arthati worships me, no doubt. He depends on me, no doubt. Right? No doubt in that. He also believes me. Good fellow. Want to know about me? Better fellow. In distress, he believes that I am the only refuge. Excellent fellow. But all of them have been praying to me for their own cause, number one. Number two, they are seeing a difference between them and me. They are seeing a difference between them and me. Jnani says, where am I? He is only there. He alone is there. This only some people think Advaitins are egoistic. Aham Brahmasmi. They are not egoistic. You have not understood them. When they say Aham Brahmasmi, what they said is, where am I? What you call me is only Brahman. That is the meaning. Aham Brahmasmi. I don't exist. What you call me is Brahman. He who ends himself in the knowledge of God, where there is no he at all, then what happens to him? He becomes God. There is no difference. There is no gap. He is God. Therefore, he is dearer to him than all the other three. Sir, you are getting all very subtle, difficult topics. Please don't miss this opportunity to go and reflect, please. Because you don't get these topics in this chapter like this. Why you are getting it? Gurudev's love for you. Because when you sit on this chair, nobody speaks, only the Guru speaks. That's why Gurudev said, when the first yajna, there were three. His Guru said, if you get four, you are lucky. He said, I got four. How? I also listen. Bhagavan talking, I also listen. Okay. So it is Guru that speaks. Lot of people know Lalita and all that, they are here in this group. They know when I close this class, how stupid I am. They all know. Only in the seat I talk some sense because it is Guru talking. So Gurudev wanted you to know all this, so he is giving. This is not planned. What I am talking has not been planned. So it is he alone is talking. What does he say? He says, amongst the four devotees, Gnani is the best because Gnani ends himself in me. There are no two, he and me. I alone am there. Therefore, he is the best. Therefore, he is the best. And Bhagavan himself says all of them are good. Udara sarva evaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astita sahi yuktatma mamevannuttamam gatim. All the four are good, pa. Don't try to say he is asking for money, God. What is wrong? Gurudev says, some rich man had a son. He took his share, loitered, few years, lost the money, with a torn, dirty shirt, unkept hair and beard, stinking, comes home. The father sees him, hugs him. Why? My son, after all. He took money, he lost. My son. And he didn't insult me by going to the neighbor. He came to me. He trusted me. Therefore, he hugs him. I believe Gurudev says this is the story of the prodigal son in the Bible. Similarly, Bhagavan says all of them are good. You don't try to differentiate and tell that man, oh, that fellow only asks for money for God. Who are you to judge him? God gets angry. He doesn't tolerate his devotees being judged. Jignasu. He only wants to know intellectual. So what? He doesn't want to know several other useless things. Artaha. That is really great. When he's in distress, he believes only God. Nobody else can save him. Gajendra, 1,000 years he fought with the crocodile. He has a big family and people, followers, thousands. All of them tried to pull him for 1,000 years. They couldn't succeed. Then he realized, because of Purvajanma Samskara, that God alone can save me. And therefore he turns to God. And those prayers in Bhagavatam are one of the best prayers ever. And he concludes, I do not know who that God is. Yah kachana ishaha balinaha antagora. Whoever he may be, who can protect me from this snake of death. To him I pray. Prachanda vega abhidavata brusham. Bhitam prapannam. I am who scared. Please come and protect me. What is wrong? When you are in distress, you should pray only to him because he alone can save. So Bhagavan says all the four are great. But Jnani is me only. What is the logic? Me only? I just now told you. Jnani ends himself. He says, I don't exist, only he everywhere. And therefore, he has merged in me. Other three are great, but they are still keeping their identity. So I did not label them, they are less, he is more. They want to keep their identity. I don't mind. I still love. This fellow has lost his identity in me. This fellow has lost his identity in me. And therefore, Gnani tu Atma eva matim. This Gnani is me only. Astitaha sa he yuktatma. Astitaha established. Yuktatma, one steadfast in mind. Mameva anuttamam gatim. He gets established in me, the unsurpassed goal. Unsurpassed goal. He gets established in me. Such a man who says everything is Vasudeva, there is nothing other than Vasudeva. He's a Gnani. Read Bhagavatam. Brahma says, I have created bad, I have created Rakshasa, I have created Sura, I have created Scorpion, I have created this. Everything is created by God. Who is bad? Your ignorance. So Bhagavan says, one who sees me everywhere, very rare. Bahunam janmanam ante, nanavan mam prapadyati. Bahunam janmanam ante. After the end of many lives, a Gnani comes into manifestation and he surrenders to God. Vasudevaha sarvamiti. Vasudeva alone is all. This Vasudeva is an interesting name. All the elements are called Vasu. The one God in all of them. What is that one God in all of them? They are all manifestations of Sat, existence, life, consciousness. All of them have existence and life. So that Vasudeva, Sarvamiti, everything is there, he alone. So Mahatma, Krishna calls him Mahatma. Why is Mahatma? Great soul. Is that the meaning? No. His Atma could encompass the whole universe. Therefore, Mahatma, very large heart, enlarged heart. Sudurlabha. Durlabha, difficult. Sudurlabha, impossible to get. Such a man who says everything is God. Everything is God. Is rare to get. How these differences come? And why do people seek God differently? Kamai stai stai shrutagnanaha prapadyante anya devataha tam tam niyamamasthaya prakrutya niyatasvaya. Each one according to their own temperament, according to their own temperament, and their desires. I want again Bhagavatam third chapter says what God you should pray for what. What God you should pray for what? Money you want? Lakshmi. Marriage you want? Urvasi. Like that he gives a list. And he says all these are useless. He concludes, only one who seeks God is the best. But people go to those different gods. Are they different gods? One God responding to you the way in which you call him. One God responding to you the way in which you call. The head of the family. Grandson calls Tata. He says yes. Son calls Appa. He says yes. Brother calls Anna. He says yes. The daughter-in-law calls Mama. He says yes. One only. But as you call, he responds. Why do you call differently? Because your discrimination that it's all one God, I don't need anything, has been wafted away. Kamaihi, taihi, apakritagnanaha. It has been drifted away. Prapadyamte, they seek surrender. Anya devataha, other forms of gods. Why? Tam tam neyamamastaya. People, according to their desire, they take to those practices and their norms. Prakrutyaha, by their own nature. Niyataha, lead. Swaya, by one's own way they are led. Each one is led by his nature and takes to the practice accordingly. Each one is led by his nature, takes to the practice accordingly. According to their nature, their desire. According to their desire, their God. According to their God, their practice. According to their desire, according to their nature, their desire. According to their desire, their God. According to their God, their practice. Now, what do? This has been said. It has been told, earlier, for devotees, Gnani is best. Wherever you are, try to become a Gnani. That is all the purpose. Don't worry where you are, but try to become a God, Gnani. And what do? Do I discriminate? Do I punish them? No. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitumicchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadamyaham. He who calls me, invokes me, praise me, worships me in whatever form according to their faith, according to their devotion, according to their faith, their devotion. That faith, I make it strong. Why? He has to go through that faith and evolve. Otherwise, he cannot evolve. So I support him, whatever faith he has, and he will go through that and evolve. So whatever way he is seeking me, I support him. Sataya yuktaya sataya shraddhaya yuktaha tasyaradhana mihate labate cha tatah kaman mayeva vihitan hitam. Sataya shraddhaya, that person with that faith of his, yuktaha, endowed with, tasya aradhana mihate. He worships that devata according to that faith. And he gets his desires fulfilled. Who gives them? Mayeva vihitan hitan. I only give those desires fulfilled for him through that devata who is nothing but me. I only give him. He, instead of asking me, God, I must be the richest fellow in the world. He stupidly says, God, give me 70 billion. 70 billion doesn't make him richest. But the fellow doesn't know to ask. You know God will give you whatever you want. Why don't you ask, God, make me yourself? That is the pettiness of our mind. He will give you whatever you want. So, as you ask, in whatever form, with whatever Shraddha, he says, Tadastu, let it be so. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayaha param bhavamajanantaha mamavyayamanutamam. These people, God is pitying. These people do not know I alone am there and I cannot be seen. The fellow, when he is talking, the 5 elements are me, with which he is made up of. The 5 elements are me. The one who holds them, that existence is me. The power because of which he is talking is me. The objects he is seeing is me. The objects he is seeking is me. What is there other than me? If I alone am there in him also, why he goes to other gods and prays? Give me this, give me. I am the topmost. They got their power by me. I appointed them. I am the prime minister. You go to the clerk and beg. I appointed the clerk. Why don't you come to me direct? My doors are always open. Bhagavan says, I am there in my unmanifest form everywhere. But these people believe me in a particular form and stupidly limit me and pray to me for the limited desires. Avyaktam Viktima, Avyaktam, the unmanifest, Viktimapannam, come to me. No, sorry, Avyaktam Viktimapannam Manyante. They think I, the unmanifest has come to a form, Vyakti Mapannam, Mam. These people think I, the unmanifest, has taken a form and they should pray to me. Why? Abuddhayaha title. Unintelligent people. Mam Abuddhayaha. Mam Abuddhayaha. These people. Why? Param Bhava Majanantaha. Not knowing my highest nature. What is that highest nature? Mama avyayam anuttamam. That which doesn't decay, avyayam, is not expended, doesn't reduce. Anuttamam, nothing beyond it. Nothing beyond it. That not knowing, I alone am there everywhere. Not knowing, I alone am there everywhere. They think I am this form and they go to that God. What a torture they undergo. Monday, this God, Tuesday, that God, Wednesday, that God. Why? They forgot me. So Bhagavan says, Abuddhayaha, unintelligent people. Why do they why do they do this? Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrutaha mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mam ajam avyayam ajam unborn avyayam imperishable. That me, mudaha, the deluded one, I am that form, na abhijana janati, he doesn't know that ultimate dimension of mind. Why? Na aham prakashaha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha. I cannot be seen everywhere because I am covered by my maya. What is this maya that covers Bhagavan? Please think. Again, the thought I am going to tell you was not thought even 1 minute before. He suddenly gives me to tell you. Why 1 minute before? I never thought this way. He is now telling you. What is this maya that covers Bhagavan? I want money. Therefore, I go to this God. That thought, I want this, that is maya. I want power. That thought, I want this, is maya. Why you call it maya? Because you are asking that God who will give himself to you, and you are that God. Not only you are asking that God who will give whatever you want, you are that God. Not knowing, you are begging at your own self. I want money, I want power. That which makes you see things which are not there, that which makes you see things which are not there is called Maya. The definition of Maya is that Ya Sa Ma, that which is not there. That which is not there other than you, you see that, that is Maya. Money, power, health, all this you want. 5-year-old boy Nachiketas, Yama gives, rejects. Sobhava martyasya yadantakaita jarayanti teja. What you are, Yama says, I will give you as long as you want to live. Thousands of years, with all the wealth, with all kingships, with designer-made cars in a number, with dancing girls. This boy says, what are all you give? They only sap my energies. Jarayanti tejaha. They sap my energies. And what life you are giving thousands of years, even that is finite, because you can't give beyond your period. Yama also has a period. Api jivatam sarvam alpameva. That's still finite. So this boy says, Tavaiva vaha tavarutya gite. Let your chariots, let your dancing girls, let your musicians, let them all be yours only. Because you seem to love them, I have no value for them. 7-year-old boy. That is called Maya. So please understand, the purpose of this elaboration is for you to understand what is Maya. Because all of us use it, we do not know. Maya is that which covers the truth. Why? Because of your own false values, false seeking. There is no Maya as a separate substance. There is no Maya as a separate substance. It's your mind that imagines, that seeks Maya. That's called Maya. It is your mind that seeks finite things as though permanent. That illusion is called Maya. And Bhagavan says about himself, Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. I know everything, past, present, future, but nobody knows me. This is Maya. Because who is this I who knows the past, present, and future? Yourself. You know everything. You know 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, 7G. You know everything. You design several things. You are an expert, Bharat Ratna in technology. Your knowledge about different topics, subjects, dance, music, art, extraordinary. But you do not know yourself. That's all. That is called Maya. So Bhagavan says, I know everything. You do not know everything. Why you do not know? Why I know? Because I have nothing covering me. For you, desire for money, desire for power, desire for enjoyment, all are covering. Therefore, you don't see. You see what you want to see only at that time. You want money, that only you see. You want power, that only you see. Therefore, you don't see the whole. You are covered by them. For me, I have no attachment to anything because I am full and complete. Therefore, I know the past, present, and future, and you are not different from me, yet you are behaving stupidly. Yet you are behaving stupidly. Why? Icha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. People are born with their latent tendencies, aversion, attachment, desire. From birth itself, they are subject to these pairs of opposites. Like some, definitely you cannot like the opposite. And we cannot like something without remembering what you don't like. And therefore, your joy itself is conditioned by what you don't like. Why is this so? You are born like that. Why were I born like that? That is how you developed in all the past attachment to some, aversion to some. Why? Because you didn't see God. You see everything as God. 6th chapter 29 to 32, Sarva Bhutam Atmanam Sarva Bhutana Chatmani. You won't have a mind that differentiates, and then you won't see all these differences. Then you won't have likes and dislikes. And then what? A mind without likes and dislikes is God, is peaceful, is blissful, is blissful. And people who strive for this, Esha tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmuktaha bhajante mam dhrudavrataha. Those people who have been wanting to reach this goal have been doing punya karmas, good actions, which helps others. Their sins, their individual vasanas have got exhausted. Antagatam papam, yesham, those people, tu antagatam papam, jananam, of those people, punya karmanam, because of their good deeds, te dvandva moha nirmuktaha, those people detached from this illusory, delusory, suicidal, differentiating, dualistic delusion, nirmukta, freed from that, bhajante mam, the one in all of them, the one who supports them, the one who is beyond them, the one who is in all of them. They only seek me, drudavrataha, with firm resolution. What all this Yama tried to entice this boy Nachiketas? Nachiketas listened to all and finally said, you keep all those things. You need them. I don't need them. Drudavrataha. Why? Jara marana mochaya maslitya yatantiye te brahma tadvidu krishnam adhyatmam karma chakilam. To get rid of these two miserable states, jara, old age, marana, death, mokshaya, to be free from them, mamasritya, taking recourse to me, shelter, refuge in me, yatantiye, those who strive, they brahma tadviduhu, they know me because they are seeking me and I am in everything, and they leave all those differences, they see the essence, they leave the wave, the bubble and the ocean and see the water. So therefore, they brahma tadviduhu, krishnam, completely, adhyatmam, which is their own self. Karma chakilam. And also, they know the nature of all actions. Bhagavan is introducing a new topic to begin the 8th chapter. Therefore, here he started it, karma chakilam. And he is going to throw several words which he will explain in the 8th. Sadi bhutadi daivam mam, sadi yajnam cha ye viduhu, parayana kale pachamam, ye viduryukta chetasaha. Those who know me with the adibhutas pertaining to the elements, the world of objects, adidaiva pertaining to the gods, adiyajna pertaining to the sacrifices, know me even at the time of death, steadfast in mind. They know me if they are steadfast in mind, even just before they die. So all these terms he will explain in the 8th chapter, which we shall see Thursday. Thursday, 8th chapter. Okay. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. See, today, as I told you, Gurudev gave you extraordinary topics. I never thought I'm going to talk those things. Very subtle, very deep. Listen again and again. Make them yours, especially the people who would like to serve God as teachers. Teaching is the only way where you can internalize this. This is our tradition. Swadhyaya pravachane matru devo bhava, pitru devo bhava. Along with all your duties, swadhyaya pravachane Taittiriya Upanishad says. Swadhyaya, studying, will be internalized only through pravachana. All of you should try to teach to somebody. You don't get anybody, take vengeance on your spouse and make them sit and listen. Okay. So that if you have to do, you need to be sure of all doubts. Therefore, you please listen to this again and again and again. Okay. Om Purnamadaha Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Thank you. Bye.
Hari Om, Hari Om. So nice.